to the video. Before we begin, if not already, please take a moment to subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. And click the bell icon to receive notifications when I upload. Comment your little heart out. And most of all, please enjoy. Now back to the video. You know, it's hard to make a movie. There's a lot of parts, and a lot of people work hard. And it wouldn't be fair to say bad things about them and their work. They have feelings. That said, I loved this movie. This is that other imaginary friend movie. This is Ricky Stanicky. If you grew up watching MASH, the plot of this movie might seem a bit familiar. One early episode had Hawkeye create a fake person to take the heat for certain unauthorized acts, and to keep himself out of trouble. That man was Captain Tuttle, who tragically died bailing out of a chopper without a parachute. Ricky Stanicky is about these three kids who create an imaginary child to take the blame for a prank gone horribly wrong. It totally worked, so they kept Ricky around into their immature adulthoods. They use him anytime they need a patsy to get time away from home or work. He's the perfect alibi for almost any situation. They even have this massive Bible of Ricky facts to keep things consistent. You have to admire the detail they go into and the effort they maintain their illusion. They make him this great guy, cares about the planet, just a person their wives cannot hate. In the middle of filming, I got something in my eye. My eye's a little red after that, you'll know why.
Well, there was no record of a Ricky Stanicky.
Their spouses get suspicious and demand to meet the man. I mean, this is potential marriage-ending shit. To keep the illusion going, they need Ricky to show up at a party so they can show everyone. See? Ricky's real, now shut up. And that's where John Cena comes in. And I'm not gonna make any jokes about not being able to see him. I saw him through the entire movie. And the more I see him in comedies, the more I love this guy. I don't know if it's his wrestling background or what, but this man is friggin' fearless.
It's not what you think it is. It's just piss.
That makes great comedy. People were bitching about him being almost naked at the Oscars. Almost. I didn't see Doodle. He plays Rock Hard Rod. He's a lounge act that performs celebrity impressions, singing their songs with the lyrics changed to refer to masturbation. He does Billy Idol's White Wedding. Dancing with Myself would have been perfect. I haven't laughed this hard at a movie in a long while. The lyrics are pure gold. He calls them jizz jams.
I do a whole act, wall to wall, top to bottom, jizz jams.
Yeah, sometimes I'm still 14 at heart. They hire him to play Ricky. But Rock Hard Rod's kind of a drunk, so they clean him up a bit and release him at the party. Problem solved, right? No, they're just starting. Ricky impresses their boss. Yeah, they all somehow work at the same place to make things convenient. Ricky doesn't have much of a filter, so he impresses the boss by being such a straight shooter.
The hair plugs, they're new, right?
So he hires Ricky. And now Frankenstein's monster is out of control. We start with our three heroes, Dean, JT, and Wes, played by Zac Efron, Andrew Santino, and Jermaine Fowler. And while they're just fine in their roles, you just can't really sympathize with them off the bat. They are lying to their partners to get away. Not the most adult thing. And that's kind of the point. They have to grow up. Even they know it's wrong, but they've been going for so long, it's hard to stop. These three would also not be able to carry this movie by themselves. And I found myself getting kind of distracted and bored in the first couple minutes. But it takes John Cena about 20 minutes to appear, and after that point, the movie really takes off. John Cena is often the funniest person on screen, and on our heroes, they can be funny too, but they're still sort of the straight man to Rod/Ricky. I expected Ricky to become kind of a terror and an asshole. He's still kind of a sweet, naive guy. He's still more honest than our three leads. William H. Macy is also hysterical, especially when you find out what air dicking is. And stay for the end for an epic TikTok after the credits. I don't remember much about the soundtrack, except Ricky's songs. They live here now. It's directed by Peter Farrelly, so the level of humor tracks. I love a good R-rated comedy. And this one is vicious, it pulls no punches, and it goes there. It's not too afraid to offend, at least as far as a movie can get away with these days. And John Cena really does well with this role. Ricky is the kind of character you enjoy watching. There's an earnestness about him that you cannot get mad at. Of course, Ricky's straight shooter would impress the boss enough to hire him. Of course, he soon outranks our leads. And of course, it'll all come out in the end. It's a little predictable, and you can kind of see the direction it's going in sometimes. This movie is absurd and ridiculous, and it keeps things from feeling stale. The humor is raunchy and crude. If that's not your thing, you're probably not going to enjoy this movie as much. It's right up there with There's Something About Mary, Kingpin, and Dumb and Dumber. I originally wasn't planning to review this, but I just didn't want people to sleep on this. If you like a good raunchy comedy, check this movie out. Ricky Stanicky is 4Bs. The return of the R-rated comedy that's not afraid to be raunchy, crude, and over the top. Don't watch it with your grandmother unless she's, cool. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment the bell, the usual YouTube stuff. This is theNewBee, and I'll see you later, kids. Toodles.
Thank you.